Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well, good, maybe not, maybe you're feeling crap, maybe you're shifting through something, maybe you're angry, maybe you're fearful, maybe you're happy, maybe you're in alignment, whatever it is, welcome. It's just something that was coming to my mind, and just some conversations I've been having and some sort of thoughts that I've been thinking about. So now we're all, waking up, or, I say waking up in a really loose term, but just sort of pulling the veil down and realising what's at play because of what's happened since, March 2020, and because of the situation that's happened. It's, pulled people into realising that, a lot of what they've ever known is a lie. And we're understanding the agenda that's taking place. But really what we now need to do is understand what the bigger agenda is that's taking place. And the bigger agenda, what is taking place, is the war on our consciousness, the war on our frequency. Because what is happening is they want us to keep us in a low frequency, whatever. They don't care how we get there, because to keep us there stops us going up there. So they will put information out, and this is where we have to use our discernment. We really have to tap in and see what we are feeding into us, what it's making us feel like, okay, and whether you believe that to be true to you, because only you know. So we can listen to people as much as we like and watch videos, but ultimately, what do you really feel the truth is, when you're bringing this information in? Because that war, if you like, on our consciousness is happening throughout all parts of it. So in the new age, within the truth being seen, within the mainstream, it's happening all across, because that's their ultimate gain, and they don't care how they get it, because that's always their gain, to dumb us down and keep us low, forgetting who we actually are and what we're capable of. So I think it's important now to really start working. I mean, it's always been important, but to really start working on our frequency and how we are moving forward, and what we're bringing into us, how we're thinking, where we're directing our energies. Because if something feels right to you, then do it. If you read something and watch something and you totally resonate, even if it makes you feel fearful, then obviously you need to ask why that's making you feel fearful. Because a lot of the fear comes from that feeling of not feeling in control and not feeling sovereign. And we've been dumbed down in society for so many thousands of years. So it's gone all down the ancestral line, past lives, into us, this feeling of not knowing, or not being able to be who we are, or make our own decisions and stand in our truth and be completely and utterly, in that truth in that moment. And you know what, if that truth changes, that's okay too. But just knowing that where you are at that moment in time is where you are meant to be. So with that in mind, it's just taking some time out where you can really connect in with you, because we're really good at distracting ourselves through any means possible. Phones, TV, constantly needing to socialise and not having some time by ourselves. All these sort of forms of distraction that stop us sort of connecting in to our truth and to our soul. Like, what is it we are here to do? What is it we are meant to be? Where can you start working on your frequency? Like, there's many ways that you can work on your frequency. You can do it through meditation, through dance, through through books. I mean, I'm very much into the Gene Keys, and I can't recommend it enough for what it's done for me and how it's helped me shift and move forward. Because it's brought awareness into into myself. Like, it's brought conscious awareness in. And with that conscious awareness, I'm able to work, not all the time, because I'm only human, but I'm able to start understanding where things are coming from, and just recognizing it. Because the whole way to shift is just to recognize things, recognize it, bring it in, And then when you've recognized it, you can accept it, and you can say, all right, well, this is how it's worked out for me, but that's how it's meant to be, and start accepting it. And it goes with any physical symptom, any mental, anything that's happening to you that is bringing you down. You know, that they are the first steps. Accept it, recognize it, then accept it. And once you've done that, you can start to completely embrace what it's brought to you. And these are like the steps of us shifting, because when we start moving forward and shifting our frequency and learning to tap in and understand the magic of what we are and the abilities of what we are, when you start tapping into that and doing that inner work and doing that self-work and doing all of these things, it will shift you. But not only does it move you forward and propels you forward in your journey, it mirrors out into the collective, and then people you come in contact with, it will start to shift with them. And this is where we go, because things can't really shift on a scale, on a mass scale, unless people start moving and understanding the bigger agenda at play. Because we need to move out of that anger and that fear. I'm not saying that they are emotions that we shouldn't be having, because they're normal human emotions, but being in it and not understanding it, or not being able to shift it because you feel like you're not in control, being able to move through that and understanding these emotions and why we are having them. Because otherwise we're just in a state of fight or flight. We're a constant tension, and when we start receiving this information that we may be watching on the video, and it's scaring you and it's shocking you, it's going to bring in shocks, which are then going to lead on to more physical issues. And of course, as we are moving through and we're clearing these traumas and these shadows, and we're doing all this work, it is going to clear and bring up healing, and that healing is going to take place within our physical body. And again, it's about recognizing it, accepting it, and embracing it. And then once we've done that, you can shift through them physical symptoms, because as our body and our soul sort of starts interconnecting and sort of knitting together, if you like, and we start clearing these blocks of these shadows and bringing things in and seeing it and loving it and letting it go, we are going to display physical symptoms as we go along. But when we understand that's okay, and you're like, oh, thank you, body, thank you so much for doing what you're here to do, thank you, this physical vessel that I'm in, it will shift so much quicker, and we can live in such a more aligned place. It doesn't mean that we're never ever going to feel that feeling or them low frequency feelings, if you like. It just means that you will be able to move through it quicker. And when we go into the depths, the darkness, the low, the depression, then that real dark, foggy state, and believe me, I've been there this last month, and it prolonged for so long, and it's a place I haven't been in a very long time. But when we go down into them depths and we really, really see it, really see it, really feel it, when we shift out of that, it's just such an unbelievable feeling that you can feel it within every fibre of your body. And every time you shift out of that dark depths and you move through it, you're moving into another space, into another part of your journey. And that is what we need to remember, that healing is a journey. That this whole experience is here for a journey, and it's, there's never a destination. No one's going to save us. No one's going to come and expose nothing. No one's going to turn this world around. There's not going to be one particular figure. It's going to be as a collective, and so we need to remove any ideas that someone's going to save us, or that something's going to happen and it's going to change the world, because it comes as a collective, as the world. And that is what is happening at the moment. That's why 2020 happened. That's why this has all happened. It's exactly how it's meant to be. Because if I think a couple of years ago and how isolated I was in terms of my beliefs, and I think about now and the community and the friends and the people that I've been in contact with since last year, it's just immense. So I know that there's now a bigger picture. So that's obviously, you know, my feeling and my truth, and I don't always feel in that way, but you know, now is the time that we need to start really coming in and working with our inner being, our heart. You know, we need to start working and shifting and working within that heart space, bringing compassion and you know, compassion for ourselves and compassion for others and where they are as well. I know it's so frustrating. It frustrates me, you know, often. A little bit less than before. I've been frustrated for years when I got exposed to the pharmaceutical industry and all of that. I was like beside myself, and I was trying to tell everyone, and I wanted to hear. So, but now there's more people open-minded. So just sort of bear that in mind along the way, that you know, there's a bigger picture to what's going on, and it's not all doom and gloom. It's our perception and how we work and use this time to help the collective. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye for now.